Welcome back to the State Farm 2023 APP U.S. Indoor Championships. Taking a look at our State Farm women's singles gold medal matchup. Jenna Hessert against Jessica Warren, the 4 and the 3 seed here in Chicago, Illinois. Technically Rosemont, just outside of it. Taking a live look at Jenna Hessert, 31 years old, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's her second APP gold medal match appearance this season. Talking with her ahead of this match, she just said she is so excited to play, and she actually really likes the indoor energy. Everyone's really compact. There's a lot of, it feels very stadium-like, I guess, if you will.
And she is a CrossFit competitor that kind of likes that loudness of the gym as well.
We're going to get into her story a little bit more as the match goes on. She's going up against Jessica Warren, though. You saw her there. She's playing in her first APP Women's Singles Championship Sunday. It's going to be Jenna with the serve to get us started.
That ball left just a little high there by Hessert. Warren taking the advantage of going down the line.
Nice ball right there, volley from Hessert, getting Jessica Warren in full sprint mode, sideline to sideline.
That ball just wide. Hessert running over the top of that one.
Take a look at Jessica Warren, 29 years old, out of Boca Raton, Florida. Moved over there from California. Turned pro in 2023. Played her collegiate tennis at Cal State Northridge. Does some tennis coaching there in Florida. Switched to pickleball relatively recently.
That ball looked like it was just out. A little bit of a late call there.
We have Jenna Hessert here out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 31 years old, turned pro last year. Ran track at Yale and coaches CrossFit when not playing pickleball.
And that's why you're going to see the difference between these two women. Warren with the tennis strokes, the tennis background, has that fluidity in it. Hessert not as crisp with the strokes, but the track and the CrossFit gives her the advantage of the court coverage, and that is her strength.
Well, what you would consider Jenna Hessert is a complete scrapper. She's going to get to everything. She's not going to go lightly.
That's big, though.
Nice forehand cross court there from Jenna Hessert right on cue. She whips this back cross court, creates some shape on it.
I was talking with Jenna before this match, and, we've seen her play in a championship Sunday, but she said she's really focused on the strategic part of her game, particularly in singles. She recognizes that not having the same sort of extended tennis background that a lot of these athletes are coming in with, that was one of the things that she really wanted to work on in her game. And now here she is, Championship Sunday, shot at a gold.
When you talk about like a Jenna Hessert, she's going to be she's going sideline to sideline, but you're going to relate her more to like on the men's side of Frank Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Not coming from a tennis background, but is going to get to everything and is going to really make you earn every single point as Warren gets on the board.
That ball just deep. So couple of points back here for Warren, and the last time we saw Jenna Hessert on Championship Sunday was in Cincinnati. Salome Davidze did not give her an opportunity to use her quickness on the court, that's for sure. So a little bit of redemption here for Jenna Hessert, and that's an excellent ball to show what she's been working on.
And you beat me to it, Chad. I was going to say that's exactly what she's been working on is those ground strokes. because she understood after that matchup against Davidze that she can't just rely on just the athleticism. She's got to get those strokes down.
We were talking about, Dom, you mentioned a lot of the players getting in early to try and get a feel for these courts and this environment, playing indoors. Jenna, one of those players who could not do that. She didn't get in until Wednesday night at about midnight. Told me she got to the hotel right around 1 a.m. And then she was playing women's singles the very next day, like 8-ish hours later, right?
Yeah, we started at 8 a.m. on Thursday with women's singles.
So 7 hours later, Jenna Hessert was making her bid, trying to do this run. And here she is on Sunday looking to complete it.
That's nice cross court there from Jessica Warren on the run. And that's exactly what she needs to do. She needs to keep balls in right there. And what she do, she slows her stroke down. She created some shape on that, kept that ball in.
Ball's just wide. Well, yeah, and that's one thing. Hessert is not going to overpower you. She's going to get 1,000 balls back. So Warren needs to stay controlled, stay comfortable, and not try to overdo it, and just recognize that every one of these balls is going to come back.
So just kind of on the flip side right there, Jenna Hessert usually is the one that comes up to the kitchen line. She's going to come up a lot. She doesn't there, and Warren flips it on her, and she gets to the kitchen line first. And that's going to be a key for me for Jessica Warren because of the fact that, okay, Hessert has hit 2 cross-court winner forehands when Warren came to the kitchen line, but I want her to still continue to put that pressure on her. Say, hey, I know you've been working on it, but if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to continue to do that because that's not one of her strengths. But if she continues to do it, then you got to make adjustments. But right now, Warren puts pressure on her right there, gets to the kitchen line, and controls that point before Hessert can get up.
And I was talking with Jessica about how she prepared for this gold, how she is preparing for this gold medal match against Jenna Hessert. And she said one of the things that she's really been working on doing is trusting her ability and in her aggressive game, that she has the ability to be aggressive, to come up to the kitchen line, build her confidence up, and work on the precision of her shots, because she knows Jenna is athletic, but what she wants to do is be very precise with where she puts the ball, so it requires every ounce of Jenna's athleticism to get that ball back.
Just a little deep there.
So after the timeout, that Jenna called, immediately gets the side out here. Chance to get the lead back. Good adjustment there by Jessica Warren off the tape.
Yeah, that's tough. You're expecting that ball to come with tons of pace, then it clips the tape, pops up for you. To make that adjustment is not easy.
So it'll be Warren with an opportunity to take her first lead of this game.
2 balls in a row there on the forehand side. One missed deep from Warren. She had a little bit too much lift. That one she tried to flatten out more, came over the top of it, but ball stayed down a little bit, caught the bottom edge guard.
Well placed ball down the sideline from Jenna Hessert.
Yeah, and you could easily miss this. This is a tough ball to keep in. She flattens that out, goes right down the line.
And there you see Hessert come up to the kitchen line. Like you were talking about, Dom, she comes up early, puts the pressure on, forces Jess Warren to try to hit that passing shot.
So it'll be Hessert with the 2-point lead here. Try and extend it.
Just a little late on the prep there from Hessert. Doesn't get the turnover that she wanted.
The forehand from Jess Warren into the net. So it'll be a side out here. Another opportunity for Hessert to extend this lead.
Oh, big passing shot there from Hessert. Throws up that lob into the LED lights that we have here over the court. And then steps up, takes that ball nice and early, passing shot on that backhand side.
Oh, nice hand there from Jess Warren. Little hands battle between these two ladies up at the kitchen line.
And you know it's a good point when your opponent turns around and gives you the golf clap of appreciation for what you just pulled off. Oh my.
Wow.
That time, Jenna Hessert noticing that Warren is moving back to the middle and says, no, we're going to do a backhand behind you. Thank you, to finish that point.
All right, a couple of balls that did not think Jess Warren was going to get to, but she was able to put them back into play. Yeah, a perfect passing shot. Nice roll on the run there from Jess Warren. You know, Hessert, like we said, she's not going to overpower you, but her location and her spots right now are what's the difference. Really forcing Warren to pull out some amazing shots, even just to stay in the point.
Oh, that's a great job right there, and I think that's a spot that Warren needs to exploit. If she's going to come to the kitchen line, go to the backhand of Hessert, and pin her in that corner. If she floats a ball up, hard cross court, just like she did right there.
Yeah, again, that ball to the backhand side of Jenna Hessert.
And a timeout called by Hessert on the court. You see Lee Whitwell getting in her ear, giving her some advice as she tries to fight off Jess Warren, who is 1 point shy of tying us up here at 8-all in game number 1. Now, similar to what we just saw in the men's singles gold medal match, Jess Warren has the longer road to a gold medal here on Sunday. She came through the back draw, which means she would have to win 2 out of these 3 games to 11, and then go on to win the championship tiebreaker game to 15. So she has an 8-7 lead here in game number 1, with it being the first time we've seen these two women here on Championship Sunday on the APP Tour playing against each other. What is the thing that has stood out to you about just the strategy that they're both trying to employ against their opponents?
Well, the adjustment the last couple of points here for Jess Warren has been to find the backhand of Jenna Hessert. It's not as developed as the forehand. So, you know, Hessert kind of just pushes that ball down the line on the backhand side, and it's allowed Warren to create some angles and those passing shots. That one doing it just a little too much, but that is what's brought her back into this one. And then for Jenna Hessert,
I mean, Jenna's got to continue to be aggressive, getting to the kitchen line and putting pressure on Warren, just like she is right now. And now scrap from here. And that's what she does, right? She's going to force you into trying to do maybe a little too much at times, but that's when Jessica Warren needs to find the sideline, create some shape, and dip to the ball, get it down at the feet of Hessert where she can't attack.
Great get by Jess Warren, just putting her paddle out flipping that ball back over the net. While Hessert was on the other side of the court, backpedaling. So a side out here. Jess Warren trying to get herself back into this game one. That time the net not showing Hessert any love.
Yeah, Warren got away with one there. Left it up a little high. Hessert was all over it, but hit down on top of it, straight into the net cord.
Chance for Warren to tie things up here.
Hessert looked like she was a little surprised there that she missed that one, but yeah, just wide.
That's a nice drop there from Jenna Hessert on two very good drives from Jessica Warren, where she did keep that ball low, created some dip to it on the first one and the second one.
Court coverage was there for Hessert, but
she's just so good. How'd she get back so quickly?
It's one of the things that she always talks about, is that she knows for herself, she always gives 100% on every single serve, every single point. So someone may beat her, but they will not out-effort her. Oh, Hessert with the authoritative overhead to finish that point off.
That was from well, I do have a monitor in front of me, but that looked like it was very close to going out.
You almost feel like whoever gets to 10 first here is going to have a huge advantage, which they obviously will, because they'll be serving for the game. But again, we've been here on 9 for a while now. 4 services in a row, AJ's telling me.
If my math is mathing on this Sunday morning.
That's questionable.
Well, only because it's now Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Typically it is
That's
morning when we're into our second singles match, but because the first one went 2 hours,
yeah,
we are into the afternoon now.
So it's another side out, make it 5 here. Hessert with the opportunity to get herself into double digits.
Oh, rushed it. Tried to do it a little too much with that forehand roll out wide.
And she knew it off the paddle, too.
She did. She was upset as soon as it came off that paddle. I think Warren came in 1 ball late. She put a ball down the line where she was about 3-4 feet in front of the baseline, and she hesitated coming in. Then she came in on the next ball. It was more difficult. She had Hessert on the move on the ball before that.
Miss hit, late prep there from Hessert. So back and forth we go.
9-9 the score for Jess Warren.
Wow, nice cross-court backhand there from Jenna Hessert. And again, if she tries to really rip this ball, it's going to be up for Warren. But because she takes something off it and creates that downward action, it's a winner.
Wow, nice get there from Hessert. Outstretched on the backhand side, gets a paddle on it, quick recovery.
Hessert finally breaks the stalemate that we have been in for quite some time. Locked in at 9-9. She finally breaks the pattern here, puts herself 1 point away from taking game one. Jess Warren calling a timeout on the court while Jenna gets some feedback from Lee Whitwell and Chris Hayworth, our silver medalist in men's singles. Gives us a chance to take a look back at one of the plays from this match already that has stood out to us. It is the drip drop shot of the match.
She's just taking pace off that right there. And again, we talked about that point a couple times where it looked like two good balls there from Jessica Warren, but you see the pace taken off from Jenna Hessert right there on the little backhand cut. And that is your drip drop shot of the match.
So if you're Jenna Hessert, how do you calm the nerves, get this final point of the game?
Just focus on your footwork and your timing right here. Don't try to do too much. Trust that alone is what has got you to this point in this game so far.
Oh, almost getting to that.
Unbelievable.
Great quickness and speed and recovery here. And she got that before it bounced the second time.
So now a chance for Jess Warren to tie us up. Must win by 2.
Oh.
Yeah, the key to that point right there was the slow of pace from Warren. That drop there gives her time to recover, set up.
Ties us up at 10-all.
Going for a little too much was Hessert on that. The ones that she's passed her on that forehand cross court, she's created more shape and takes something off it. Right there, she tries to hit an absolute missile. And because of that, goes into the net. Now it's flipped.
A game point opportunity here for Jess Warren. Great dancing there by Jenna Hessert to stay out of the kitchen. And then a miss hit by Hessert. Just a little too big. Sails wide and looked like also a little bit long. So it'll be now Hessert who needs to win. A few points here.
Oh, she overran it. Perfect ball there from Warren, getting it to the feet of Hessert as she was coming forward. That attempted passing shot. That's a situation where when you move too quickly, that's a downside. Oh, almost gets it back over.
But instead, it is game point going to Jessica Warren. So Warren takes game one here in our women's singles gold medal match. We'll have game two when we come back to Rosemont, Illinois.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Hey, Jake from State Park. You know it's really scary.
Popcorn with no butter.
No, getting insurance. I mean, what if the jargon makes me feel alone and in the dark?
Hey, at State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Sorry. Is that seat taken?
Get on up here, buddy. Let's go. Let's go.
This one? Yeah, throw my cup of ale.
I saw. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
this tingling in your feet or toes.
One of the great things about if you've had an injury is with the Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, there's 13 locations that do same-day visits. They're called our Ortho Access visits, and you'll see an orthopedic specialist to help you sort these things out. We go through a stepwise evaluation process, and that begins with what happened, how did we get here, and that often can tell you a good deal of what you need to know.
For more information, visit ibji.com.
The APP is presented by Pro XR, C&D Nets, Discount Tire, and Sports Illustrated.
Game 2 of our women's singles gold medal match about to get underway here at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside Chicago. Jess Warren taking game 1 over Jenna Hessert. Taking a look at Warren there. She would need to win another game to 11 and then a championship tiebreaker game to 15 to take home the gold. Hessert, bottom of your screen, came through the winner's bracket.
So,
are you kidding?
Oh my
God.
Jessica Warren!
And Jenna Hessert, that point had both these women showing their athleticism.
That get from Warren, that get from Hessert where
This
she almost
winner
fell over, and then the winner from Warren. I mean, how?
What did I say? I said yesterday this is the match I was looking forward to. Why? Because of
the
this
athleticism
right here.
Yep.
These two ladies are incredible.
A little late there from Hessert.
So fun to watch. A first-time matchup for us here in our women's singles gold medal between, we have not seen Jessica Warren and Jenna Hessert take each other on for the gold medal before. And when Jenna Hessert is at that kitchen line and poised like she was with those big smashing overheads, it almost was like Hessert wasn't sure which way to go on the baseline because the power behind those overheads. Jenna Hessert doing a great job on that kitchen line. Jess Warren doing her best to defend it. Had to retie her shoe there. And again, at the kitchen line, big overhead from Hessert.
So Warren found some success with a lob from the baseline, but it's got to be over the backhand of Jenna Hessert. If you give her the forehand, she's going to punish that. In the first game, she did that at least 2 or 3 times to the backhand, and Hessert didn't really do too much with that.
That time, Warren doing a good job seeing where Hessert was moving and putting it behind her.
Yeah, and the big return from Warren capped that point off there. Hessert pushed back, tried to recover back to the middle of the court, but just was not able to do anything with that third shot.
And again, great ball there from Jess Warren. Nice touch, goes cross court.
I know she gets a winner on that, but it was set up by 3 balls ago where she went right down the line, which is coming right at us.
It's the depth. It's not allowing Hessert to get up to the kitchen line, what she wants to do.
So it's a 3-1 lead here for Jessica Warren in our women's singles gold medal match.
Oh, can't miss that one. Had the opening down the line there from Warren.
So it'll be a side out instead, and it's going to be Jenna Hessert with the ball.
Oh, that's nice shape on that ball right there from Warren, and that's exactly what I want to see her do. If Hessert does come up, you got to create shape and go to the sidelines right there. Extend Hessert as much as you can.
Oh missing. Bit wide.
Rushed again there from Hessert. She's really trying to get up to that kitchen line so she can apply the pressure, but can't do it at the cost of.
That drop left just a little bit short by Warren. What's cool about this match is that regardless of who wins it, both of these women telling me they're just coming into it really thankful for the opportunity. For Jess Warren, she was just talking about how it's been her dream to be a professional athlete, and now here she is with an opportunity to do it. Jenna Hessert, I mentioned how late she got in on Wednesday. That's because her full-time job is as a geologist. She wasn't even sure she was going to be able to make it to this tournament, but was able to take the 2 days off during the work week and get here to Chicago and give herself a shot at a gold medal.
So a little frustration from the players right now. They're kind of getting taken out of rhythm right now because of the score being called incorrectly a couple times.
That ball was, late call there from the line judge, but that.
So it's a 4-2 score here.
Ball was called out. Yep.
With the serve. Great passing shot down the line from Jessica Warren, giving herself a 5-2 lead here in game number 2.
So Warren's continuing to go line to line. She's really not doubling up much. So Hessert just needs to read it and get there. She's doing a good job of it, but if I'm Warren, I want to go and double up maybe there and then maybe go back again.
Oh,
and
look at you.
She does, right on cue.
Look at you.
Sometimes, Chad, you and I guess right and know what we're talking about. But that's a good job there from Jessica Warren. Right as I say she's going line to line, she doubles up now and has Hessert leaning to the opposite line. So great job by Warren.
So a timeout called here on the court. Jenna Hessert down by 4 here in our second game. Best 2 out of 3 to 11 is how we start these gold medal matches. But Jess Warren with the lead took game 1, so she's on the verge of already forcing us to a championship tiebreaker game 2-15. Should be a pretty important moment for Warren. And of course for Jenna Hessert, it would kind of reset the table, right? You just lost 2, but none of it matters if she were to go on and lose this one. But
yeah, we see that all the time where
right.
A 2 out of 3 and then a game to 15 are totally different. And again, that can happen. So right now, Warren with the 6-2 lead, Hessert got a big hole to dig out of here to get this one and then take the third one to end it here in the 2 out of 3. But if she does go down, you get that time off, that 10 to 15 minutes in between games, and then a reset. So again, she has that game to 15 in her back pocket just in case she needs it.
For Jessica Warren, her first ever pickleball tournament was just in February of this year. First ever local tournament was in February of this year. Ended up doing really well on it, and that was when she started listening to all of her friends who had, a lot of them were telling her for years, get into pickleball, let's give it a try, give it a try. She was like, no, it's okay. She had that first win, and she was like, okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah, that's how a lot of the pickleball players start out. They get that first medal, and the competitive juices start flowing again.
That's exactly what she said.
Jess Warren had a good run in Sacramento the first time we saw her on the APP.
Yeah, and she told me that she's always had that competitive drive. I asked, do you get that from your parents, or where does that come from? And she was like, they're competitive, but it's just really me. I've always been this way since I was little. And here she is competing for a gold medal in our last stop on the 2023 APP Tour. But Jenna Hessert is not going to give it up very easily.
Yeah, nice double up there from Hessert, recognizing Warren was going to try to recover back to the middle. 2 good deep balls into that right side corner. That one just a bit wide, little late again on the timing there on the backhand.
And because of that lateness causes that slice action. Instead of being on time, it'd be flatter down that line, which Hessert was trying to do.
Ball called out there by USA Pickleball officials. So it's a 7-3 lead now for Warren. She has held a pretty solid lead for this entire second game. Closest Jenna has gotten is within 2 points.
That is such a nice ball from Warren. You watch her on this drive, she's right in the middle of the court. Watch her just get so low here. She ends up on her left knee when she hits this ball.
Scrappy defense there from Warren. We talked about Hessert and how her court coverage is, but Warren is matching her. Some incredible gets right there to keep in the point.
Jessica Warren now sitting just 2 points away from forcing us to a championship tiebreaker.
Wow.
And the forehand passing down the line a little bit.
I mean, you want to talk about staying clean right now, and that's Jessica Warren. She's hitting everything very clean, keeping it in play between the lines.
And here we have it. The opportunity here for Jessica Warren to force us into a championship tiebreaker game to 15, and she misses the serve into the net. That's not what she wanted to do there. So Jenna Hessert now trailing by 7 with an opportunity.
Ooh, a little bit tight.
As soon as I said, she keeps it clean, she's staying between the lines, she
that's-
goes in the net on a serve and a return of
That's
serve
your
in the net.
fault.
Classic commentator jinx.
I
That's
apologize,
your fault.
Jess.
Oh my.
What the heck?
How did Jenna Hessert
Ow.
get the paddle on that ball and get it back over the net? Unbelievable.
I mean, if I'm moving on the court like either of these ladies right now, I'm crawling out of here at the end of today. Change of pace. Hessert actually had to do a little bit more on that volley. Forced her to push it deep.
So she gets 2 back, but another game point opportunity here for Jessica Warren. Can she put this one away and force us to the tiebreaker to 15?
Oh, almost picked it up.
And Hessert hit 2 balls that I thought were going out. They were literally landing on the line.
So timeout called on the court by Jessica Warren. You mentioned she had a few errors there. She had 2 opportunities to put this game away and force us to that championship tiebreaker game to 15. So even though Jenna Hessert is trailing by 5, what do you think is the benefit for Warren to calling this timeout right now?
Well, even though it does give Hessert a break here and a regroup opportunity, it does give, it gives Hessert also a break here. It gives Warren time to regroup and go, okay, I still have a 5-point lead here. I have a lot to work with and I'm in a good position. So she just needs to slow herself down. I like this timeout from her immediately after the error. So again, just a time to regroup, refocus, and kind of get back in her groove here because she knows she needs a side out and 1 point, and we're going to a game to 15.
Yep. And if you're Jenna Hessert, what are you telling yourself right now? Ball's back on your side. You do trail by 5, but you just got 2 on your last service side. So how do you build this momentum?
Well, right here she has to play clean. You know, it's going for larger targets right here. Move Warren around, force her to have to really work for the point, but it can't be you that's going to make this mistake. And I think that's yes, Jess Warren has played very well here in game 2, but the errors by Jenna Hessert have also been a detriment for her here in this second game.
And so it will be a third game point opportunity here for Jessica Warren. And she gets it, paints the sideline, does Jessica Warren, to take the first 2 games out of our best 2 out of 3 to 11. So here we go again. Let's do a championship tiebreaker game to 15 to decide who takes home the gold in women's singles. We'll be right back with more of the State Farm 2023 APP U.S. Indoor Championships right here on ESPN Plus in just a few.
From tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
From the Volpe family to yours. Fine cured meats we've been crafting since 1902. Our secrets are simple. Care comes from the time it takes to do things right. Character comes from the hard work and determination it takes to make it. Craft comes from the traditions passed down over 4 generations. Delicious doesn't need to be complicated. That's the Volpe way, where passion and love go into everything we do. From John and Armando and Lorenza and Gianna. From our family to yours.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us with the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP. It's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
Magazine has what you're looking for. Our bi-monthly print publication will help you become a better player with instructional tips, drills, and articles from the top teaching pros in the sport. And you'll become a healthier, stronger player with psychological, nutritional, and wellness advice from experts in their fields. Finally, if it's product reviews or the latest news, we have that too. To learn more or to subscribe today, go to pickleballmagazine.com.
From the Volpe family to yours. Fine cured meats we've been crafting since 1902. Our secrets are simple. Care comes from the time it takes to do things right. Character comes from the hard work and determination it takes to make it. Craft comes from the traditions passed down over 4 generations. Delicious doesn't need to be complicated. That's the Volpe way, where passion and love go into everything we do. From John and Armando and Lorenza and Gianna. From our family to yours.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Hey,
for...
Jack.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
The APP is presented by Selkirk, Rainstorm, State Farm, and Tervis.
We're having some fun here in Rosemont, Illinois, waiting for the championship tiebreaker game to 15 to start here in our women's singles gold medal match. This is because Jessica Warren came through the back draw, won the first 2 games out of 3 to 11, and so now it's a double elimination tournament, which means Jenna Hessert gets one more opportunity to win the gold. It's a championship tiebreaker game to 15. The players are getting ready for it. We got the crowd out here on the court enjoying the facilities here in Rosemont, Illinois. Gives us a chance to look back at the State Farm State of the Game, all that we have had here in 2023.
2023 was a banner year for pickleball and the APP. The sport and league both saw unprecedented participation this year and proved that this is only the beginning for the country's hottest sport. 48.3 million Americans over the age of 18 played pickleball in the last 12 months, representing more than 19% of the U.S. adult population, and pickleball saw 35% participation growth since 2022.
Tioni have done it! The Queens reign supreme in Queens. Oh, and now we're trading emotions here, stepping everything up on championship court.
Here we go.
With the amazing growth of pickleball has been the establishment of the APP as the premier organization for professional and amateur players. With 15 events in 2023, the APP saw over 11,000 participants this year. But pickleball is the sport of the future, and with that, the APP's eyes are always focused on what's next. The league's Next Gen Series serves as an opportunity for top young players to compete and receive coaching from established pros. 2023 was just a sign of things to come for pickleball, and with the APP's robust 19-event schedule in 2024, the future remains bright for the fastest-growing sport in America.
So much fun in 2023 and so much more to be had in 2024. But before we get to next year, we got to wrap up a bow here on 2023. We're going to start with the women's singles gold medal match championship tiebreaker game to 15 in just a few. So don't go anywhere. Professional pickleball here at the State Farm APP U.S. Indoor Championships comes right back on ESPN+.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The APP is presented by Pickleball Magazine, Vlasic, Drip Drop, and Volpe.
retirement. It's not all one big vacation. It's great to find purpose by trying a new activity. Keep an active social life, but don't forget to make new friends too. As always, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Ah, isn't it wonderful to be retired?
The APP is presented by Roots Farm Fresh Sweet Potato Fries. Crispy perfection awaits.
Welcome back to the State Farm 2023 APP U.S. Indoor Championships. Let's do it again, shall we? A championship tiebreaker, game to 15, because Jessica Warren won the first 2 games in the best 2 out of 3 to 11. And so now it is going to be a championship tiebreaker game to 15. The 29-year-old out of Boca Raton, Florida, showing a lot of poise against the 31-year-old Jenna Hessert from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Jenna made her way through the winner's bracket to punch her ticket here. It is her second championship Sunday here in women's singles gold medal, but she took a silver in that one, looking for her first gold of 2023. Can she do it here? Warren with the serve.
Oh, nice start here for Warren as she goes down the sideline with that two-hander again, creating some shape and dip. I think Hessert had an opportunity to go for it. I think she thought it was going to be wide. That's a good deep ball there from Jessica Warren, putting Jenna Hessert on her heels and choosing the right time to come up.
Very quickly, a 2-point lead here for Warren. It's exactly how she started the second game, which she ended up winning 11-5. Great touch there from Hessert. Warren almost getting there, but Hessert with perfectly placed ball here.
Yeah, good job by Hessert keeping Warren pushed back behind the baseline. Didn't allow her to really generate anything.
Almost looked like Warren changed her mind, like she wanted to go cross court with that, and then at the last second tries to go flat down the line. Doesn't get enough on it.
So it'll be Hessert with an opportunity to tie things up here. Goes for the same shot. Again. Opposite side, same success.
Well, I think that's a good spot on a return here for Hessert. Hessert goes down the service line, right in the middle, and is not going to allow Warren to create as much angle.
That ball's sailing wide. So it's going to be Jenna Hessert with her first lead in this match against Jessica Warren since the score was 5-4 back in game 1. She's got a 3-2 lead here.
Yeah, I think right there, Hessert needs to get that ball to drop down below the net. On the previous point, wasn't a overly heavy ball that dropped below the net, but it forced Warren to hit up on it, pushed it wide. Those ones there, she's trying to pass Warren a little bit higher. Doesn't put a whole lot of pressure on.
Again, it's that same ball that she came in on a few points ago, did Warren. She decides to stay back, but again, she does the same result from Hessert right there on her back heel into the net.
So ties us up 3-all here.
Wow.
And see, that's the different approach there from Warren compared to game one where she fell behind. Ever since that point, she knows Hessert's going to try to come up. She's adding shape. She's getting that ball to dip below the net. And again,
same thing, just on the backhand now.
So back-to-back plays. Warren doing a good job of keeping Hessert out of rhythm. Little 3-0 run here for Warren.
Well, we talk about chance, nothing against anybody or a player or whatnot, but Jenna Hessert not the tallest player. So what do you want to do? Get the ball down, right? Because, yeah, she's athletic as all get out, and she's going to get to a lot. But what Warren needs to do is exactly what she's doing here. She's creating that dip sideline to sideline, and it's really full extension for Hessert if she's going to get it. And then if she does get it, now she's full extension and momentum going completely opposite direction, which leaves open the opposite side of the court.
well, I was just watching Jess Warren's grip in that last exchange there, and it definitely looks like she's going a little bit heavier semi-western, almost in between a semi-western western grip to be able to get that shape. Typically she hits a heavy ball, but it's a deeper ball. She has those passing shots down the line. Now with that adjustment, she's going with something that she can really crank up the back of the ball with, get that sharp drop down below the kitchen line, down below the net, knowing that she's not going to be able to pass Jenna Hessert up high. She has to get that ball down.
I love it. I'm watching Jessica Warren as a creature of habit. They have superstitions. I watch her over at her bench, and I've watched the last 3 times. She gets up, does the same exact thing, folds the towel perfectly, puts her cup back the same exact way, rotates it to be exactly how she wants it. Let's talk about a creature of habit. That's Jessica Warren right there.
That ball out from Jenna Hessert. So again, Jessica Warren doing a great job here, just very consistently extending this lead.
Oh, get up, Jenna Hessert.
Jenna Hessert with some hops here. So gets the ball back on her side, but Jessica Warren doing some damage on that service side. Hessert now has a hole to dig out of.
Yeah, that's a very good ball there from Hessert. Had some topspin dip there of her own. Gets Warren outstretched. But misses the serve wide.
So the ball called out there.
Ball just wide right there.
On the serve, so she gets one back. But now it's Warren with a chance to extend her lead.
Small target there for Warren. Hessert never really pinched middle there. She just kind of came straight forward. Like there was much more of an opening cross court.
No love from the net there for Jessica Warren. But Jenna Hessert going to take that one because puts her just 2 back of Jess Warren here in our championship tiebreaker game, 2-15.
A little wide on that forehand cross-court roll from Jessica Warren, and a nice little run here from Hessert.
Trailed by 4 just a few minutes ago, and now has a chance to tie things up. And she does there. That ball sailing just a bit wide. So now it's Jessica Warren who wants a timeout. Well called, because like you guys mentioned in our men's singles gold medal, the end change is at 8. So Jessica Warren sat with a 7-3 lead and now has seen Jenna Hessert claw all the way back to tie things up. So even though it's a timeout right before the end change, how do you feel about Warren calling it now?
No. You just wasted a timeout.
Okay. And especially because it's so tight, right? Like, now you have an opportunity to hold on to both of them.
Sure.
On the back side of the game. You burn one here, you're going to get one in a minute. Either way, you're either going to be up one, down one, which isn't a big difference, right? And so now
you only have one
on the back half of the game instead of having two. And the way this one's playing out, you want both.
Sure.
All right? Because
should have either called it earlier when Hessert went on this run, or even it gets 7-5. And you're not in that.
That's fine, yeah.
Call it then.
Because it was 7-3.
Yeah.
If she goes on a 2-0 run, you go 7-5. Okay, I can handle that timeout.
Now,
but at 7-7.
Here was the tricky part about Hessert, how Hessert put this together, is that it was 7-3, side out, Hessert scores 1. Side out, before Hessert scores a 5th. So there was a break there before Jenna. It wasn't a 2-0
So just
run.
battle for one more point.
Sure.
Try to get the serve back. Save that timeout. Because now you got a timeout.
Right.
So now it'll be an end change, and Jessica Warren was 1 point away from having that end change be with her up by 5 points. Instead, Hessert on a 5-0 run here in our championship tiebreaker game to 15 to take the lead. After losing the first 2 games to Jessica Warren, how critical is it for Jenna Hessert to have not just the lead right now, but to have been able to come back from a hole that she dug herself?
So we talk about checkpoints in the game to 15, right?
Sure.
You have more of them in the game to 15 because it's longer. First one is the end change. Have it on your terms. Hessert's got it up 8-7. It's a 1 point end change, but confidence on your side because it's on your terms. Next one, who can get to double digits first? Who can get to 10? And then the third one for me is who can get to teens first? Who can get to 13? As soon as you see 13 on your opponent's side, you're like, okay, if they get the next one, now it's game match point, right? And so you have those checkpoints right now, and you can kind of tell right now you have the momentum on the side of Jenna Hessert.
You saw that trophy. That's what we're playing for here in Rosemont, Illinois at the State Farm 2023 APP U.S. Indoor Championships. Jenna Hessert with the serve and the lead here in our women's singles gold medal match. But that one overruns a little bit, and Warren just has to put a nice touch on it to go cross court out of Hessert's reach.
The difficulty for Hessert there is if she doesn't get that third shot down and the ball is elevated, she's then in trouble because Warren is able to now set the point, move her sideline to sideline, and get her running.
So right now, Hessert's come back. Warren has missed sideline to sideline before the end change. Went wide on both sidelines because she's really trying to make something happen instead of letting her stroke and the paddle do the work and create the shape.
Good leave there by Jenna Hessert. So Jessica Warren manages to tie us up here at 8-all, but Jenna with a chance to extend the lead here.
Yeah, Warren just trying to get a little bit too much lift, a little bit too much cranking action on the back of the ball there to add more topspin, but the last couple have floated up a little bit higher.
Misses that one wide, so another side out.
Good pressure coming in here from Warren on a good return. She had Hessert behind the baseline. Comes into her backhand side as well. Much better construction there from Jessica Warren. That one floats a little long, but again, keeping that ball between the lines.
Good point.
Great effort by Warren, but Jenna Hessert just putting this ball all over the court.
There you go. Courtside. Jess Warren almost ran into the LED boards on either side right there.
Well, that serve was close to being out.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. So it's a side out here. Warren with a chance to tie us up again.
And that's the player's call on that service line in the middle.
Oh, missed it. Got a little bit behind the head. So then you see that ball flatten out as it comes off the paddle. That overhead needs to be taken just out in front. Oh, somehow that missed the lights.
I don't know how that missed the
that
lights.
had
It
to have
went
been
in between.
an inch away from the support posts.
So
across the top.
Two balls that Warren wants back. She hit that overhead, she goes long, and then that forehand, she goes long.
So it's Hessert with being our first player to double digits.
Oh, it's too good there from Hessert, and a good read. Warren tried to hold that until late, but the quickness of Hessert.
Some spin on that one, too.
Dom's throwing up the timeout here, but you know what? Warren kind of needed a timeout in a back pocket that she used at 7.
Right, she's only got one left, so she's trying to hold on to it and try and grit this out, but I'd have been calling for that right away right there. It was a quick 3-0 run there from Jenna Hessert.
Nice read and nice volley there from Hessert.
The issue right there is Warren needs to stay back after that drive. She tried to come in.
Wasn't deep enough for the approach.
Hessert on an 8-1 run right now against Warren since she trailed 7-3 earlier in this game. Making a 9-1 run, excuse me, here for Jenna Hessert. Tom's still motioning that he would have called a timeout by now. Reminder, Jessica Warren just has one of them. She used one, and the score was 7s.
Oh, Jenna Hessert all over the kitchen line.
Another look.
Yeah, great job up there from Hessert controlling that kitchen line.
So now Jenna Hessert 2 points away from winning her first ever women's singles gold medal here on the APP Tour. Side out instead though, so Jess Warren with an opportunity here to dig herself out of this 5-point lead.
You hate saying you have to score, but Warren has to score.
You have
here.
to score.
You have to score. Hate saying it, but you have to score here. She's been on 8 for
and it's not just one. She has to.
No.
She has to get a couple here. It's got to be a little mini run. Oh, there's one. Hessert ends up on top of the LED board right there.
Goes for the around the post. Can't quite shape it back in.
That's a great cross-court ball here from Warren. That one there. Yeah, Hessert couldn't get around it enough. She's there, but couldn't shape that back in.
Oh, you got to do something more with that ball that Warren, a good get by Warren there. But she kind of just floats this down the line. even something softer there. Make it bounce in front of Hessert like a down the line dink. Puts a little bit more pressure.
Sorry, she does get one back there, but now Jenna Hessert putting herself at a championship point opportunity.
I know what Warren is talking about on the serve. The serve never came up to her. And I believe we're going to... No, we're not going to get a replay.
So championship point opportunity here for Jenna Hessert. Jenna Hessert is your women's singles gold medalist here in Rosemont, Illinois. The geologist out of Oklahoma City, rocking her way to the gold medal.
I would have said at the start of Game 3 here, Jess Warren had the momentum.
We always talk about it, that game to 15. It's a new game. It's a new match.
And Jenna Hessert here to prove that exactly. Getting a big hug from Lee Whitwell, who was in her corner all match long. We're going to hear from the first-time gold medalist here on the APP Tour, who is pumped when we come back.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Managed ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
The Boca Raton championship point here, and it is all Jenna Hessert, Chad.
So Jenna Hessert looked like she'd lost the momentum early in this game to 15 tiebreaker, but she finds it and continues that run, puts the pressure on Jess Warren, and the difference was her court coverage and the control down the stretch. We have AJ McCord, who's courtside with both our players.
Dom, you said yesterday that this was one of the matches you were most looking forward to, and I think this crowd can agree. We were treated in our women's singles gold medal match. Give it up for Jessica Warren and Jenna Hessert. And now we're going to get to our gold medalists here in just a minute. But Jessica, we sat down yesterday, and you just talked about how excited you were that pickleball has given you this shot to chase your dreams as a professional athlete. You're walking away from a silver medal to wrap up 2023. How much does this validate that this dream is still very much alive for you?
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, congratulations to Jenna. You did great. Yeah, I'm really happy with my results, and it's great to see that my hard work is paying off, and I'm just going to continue to work and come back stronger. So
we cannot wait to see it. Congratulations, our silver medalist here in Rosemont, Illinois. And now it is time to turn to Jenna, your very first gold medalist on the APP Tour. I know that this tournament was a question for you, if you were even going to be able to make it, getting in at midnight on Wednesday night, turning around, getting here to Championship Sunday. What did it take for you to earn this gold?
Man, it was a lot of fight. I have to thank my mom for that. I get my tenacity and resilience from her. I saved several match points in the semis. I had a battle against Jess on Thursday and then another battle today. So just a lot of fight. And I was just really thankful to be here. And it was just an opportunity. And that's how I looked at it the whole time.
Let's talk about one of the things that you had to fight through. She takes the first 2 games from you. You have to reset for this championship tiebreaker game to 15. How did you do that?
Yeah, she was painting lines. She's hitting great shots. And I tried to play a little bit more kind of angles against her. Originally, I was trying to come in and force her to create angles, and she was creating them. And so I tried to use the whole court and make her run. But, you guys saw we had some incredible points. I think she won most of the really cool points. So all credit to her on those. But it was a fun match, and she made me really have to think and adjust my game plan.
And I know for you, pickleball has been such a fun journey this year to add to your career as a geologist, doing CrossFit. You're walking away with a gold medal. How much does it mean to you to wrap up this 2023 pro season with that gold?
It means everything. I really want to thank the APP and Ken. This was an incredible event, and to end my year with that is great. I have a great sponsor in Ace, and I'm really thankful to represent them. So I'm excited for 2024, and I hope to see you guys on more Sundays.
There we go. Congratulations, Jenna Hessert, our women's singles gold medalist here at the State Farm 2023 APP U.S. Indoor Championships.
Well, Chad, that is why that game to 15 in your back pocket is so important. Jenna Hessert goes down in the 2 out of 3, but then has that game to 15 there and pulls it out with a huge run in the end against Jessica Warren.
Yeah, big run, being down 7-3. And then goes on the 8-2, 8-3 run to end it, and just really controlled the points well. Firm volleys, sideline to sideline. Fantastic win there from Jenna Hessert.
Well, Jenna Hessert, your women's pro singles champion here in Chicago. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we return, mixed doubles matchup here on Championship Court. Paris Todd, Hunter Johnson taking on Susanna Barr, Andre Deescu. We'll be back on ESPN+.